Live, right? Es mentira. Episode number 37. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Excelentemente bien. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, financieramente, financially. Because we're here to serve, right? I'm a servant leader. I'm a vision-driven leader. And so we're here. Okay, welcome to episode number 37 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today I'm joined by Elizabeth, who's not only the mother of my daughter Cayleen, but is now stepping into a new chapter as a podcaster, businesswoman, and investor. We'll be discussing why you need to walk by faith and not by sight. Together we'll reflect on our past, examine the present, and look forward to the future as Elizabeth works on her dreams within our organization. Let's dive into this powerful conversation, Elizabeth. How you doing? Again.
Gracias a Dios, muy bien. ¿En inglés siempre o podemos hablar los dos?
Excelentemente bien.
¿Siempre tengo que decir eso?
Do you speak English?
Los dos.
Okay, but...
English, okay.
Okay, let's go English.
Okay.
My podcast...
But you just said excelentemente bien.
Yeah, but excelentemente bien, I explained it, what it means. Right? Excelentemente bien, to me, it finishes with mente. Right. When somebody asks me, how am I doing? I always say excelentemente.
Okay.
All my life, even when you first met me. Carlos, how you doing? Excelentemente. You get me? Why? Because people don't understand that your mind is your number one asset.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And if you take care of your mind and invest on your mind, on your operating system, you're going to be able to think better, right? Because that determines your future.
Yes.
Right or wrong?
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
But everything starts with the spiritual.
That's
Spiritualmente.
That's number one.
Right? So let's dive into this, Elizabeth. First of all, let's reflect. We're going to break this down into three sections. We're going to break it down from our past, present, future, right? How you want to start? You want to start with the future, going into the present, then backwards to the past? Or you want to start from the past, present, future?
From the past.
Okay. What do you want to tell the world?
What do I want to tell the world about faith? About walking by faith?
In general, what do you want to tell the world? You know, today's episode is basically pretty much why we're walking by faith and not by sight, right? Anything that relates with us, right? Anything that relates with life experiences, any insights that you could give on your faith journey, right? How was your faith back in the day to now? How's your faith now? And moving towards the future, right? Because with all due respect to you, you used to walk before by sight, by what you see, not by faith. Yeah. And I'm telling you nicely in this podcast, right? Because if you would have walked by faith, your whole life would have been probably totally different right now, right or wrong? Yeah. But remember, it's never too late to strive to greatness. I still see the potential in you, right? Overall in life, right? You know me, I always have wished you the best. I always I'm not Mr. Perfect, but at the end of the day, from day -0, I always wanted the best for you, right? Because I always have faith you could, I'm not going to say change, but you could actually become your best version, if it makes sense, right?
Yeah. It's true. I'm not going to lie. Before I got into like my walk in the faith, I used to see you as my enemy. And because before I used to want to do things that you used to tell me like, oh, mate, that's not the best thing for you. That's not good for you. And I just wanted to do it maybe because I wanted to follow the crowd, which it was that. Because I remember that the book that really made me want to change my life was Outwitting the Devil. And it was recommended by you because you told me that I was a drifter. And it hit me hard when you told me that. You was like, you're a drifter. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then when I read the book, I'm like, yes, I was a drifter. Because
the thing is, back in the day, you had a fixed mindset.
Yeah.
Now you're pretty much getting out of your comfort zone. Because there's fear zone, comfort zone. Now you're getting out of your comfort zone to get into growth zone, to then live your dreams, right? Mm-hmm. Make sense?
Yes.
So what did you learn from that book? Good example that you brought that book up. You get me? Because not just you, but there's a lot of people in this world that are battling demons straight up.
Yes.
You get me? They're not walking by faith. They're walking by sight. They're walking by what the crowd is doing, by the party, by the drugs, by the alcohol, by what my friends are doing, by, life is only one. You only live once.
Right.
YOLO.
Yes.
You only live once. You got me? Trying to live life to the fullest.
I feel like you only do that when you don't have a purpose, when you don't know your purpose, when you don't have a vision, when you don't know where you're going, and like you don't know why you're here. That's when you do things just to have fun. You live life just to pass by the moment.
How old are you now?
I'm 29.
29. When you're gonna be 30?
November 14.
November 14. What's the date?
Today is August 17.
August 17, 2024. Right? Because 10 years from now, you're going to be able to see this episode.
Yeah.
10 years from now, we're going to be able to see this episode. Cayleen is going to be able to see it. Right? And she's going to be like, wow, my mommy and daddy mature. Right? Because maturity is part of the process. Right? And there's people that they will never mature. There's people that they hold resentment, notice how you say you used to see me as an enemy.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's true. The enemy's closer than you think. But I was never your enemy.
Right.
I was always that person, straight up, not just for you, but for everybody around us that tells people the truth. Because when people tell you the truth, it's to set you free. Right? And not just simply set you free, but also the minute you hear the truth and it sets you free, it's going to help you maximize your potential and be able to have that freedom overall, not just financially, but you're going to have freedom mentally where you're not going to be battling those demons inside. That book, Outwitting the Devil, it was an excellent example that you brought to the table. Because that's the devil talking to what?
To your mind, to yourself.
With Napoleon Hill, when Napoleon Hill was asking him question, how the devil uses...
It was an interview with the devil.
Yes.
And he basically says that he uses everything to have people under his control. Like he uses drugs, alcohol, church, school, the systems, everything to basically have keep people average, to not think outside the box, to not think for themselves, to not have a purpose.
You know why you're here also? Because of God. But you know why you're also here? Because you asking to be here. You get me? I will never tell a person what to do. You get me? I'm not the type of person, even though I like giving people constructive criticism, but I'm going to tell you one thing. God has a purpose, if it makes sense, for everybody. But if you're here, it's because God wants you to basically also have a voice. Because from day -0, I saw that you basically had unification. You know how to move people. But from day -0, you never liked business, even though I threw you inside of a business.
You
right?
did.
I put you to run a business.
But I did good.
You did excellent.
Thank you.
Did good. You did excellent. Because if you would have done good, I would have said you did good. But you did excellent, right? But the mindset, you got me, how you were operating, looking at the world, and due to the fact that you were, to not say stuck, but stuck with a fixed mindset. You got me? Stuck in your ways, stuck where you were not walking by faith. You were walking by sight. You were not seeing outside that door, outside this building, outside this city, outside this state, outside the United States, outside the world. You were looking at life from a chicken perspective, straight up.
I was thinking
very fixed
small,
mindset.
Very small.
Right?
Yes.
But you know why? The people around you.
Yes.
You got me? We're shaped, believe it or not, by the people that we have around. I'm not even going to say our environment, because I'm the perfect example that I was basically raised here in Passaic, in an environment where everybody here complaining about the environment, and I made the best out of the environment. You get me? Because I always focus on solutions. I always focus on the good side of things, the good things of the town. You get me? And from day -0, I put you in a position of power.
You did.
I put you in a position of power, you get me? And I'm not going to say you were not smart, but you let the business affect the personal. And vice versa, too. Because the thing is, and I'm going to say this on video, I always put business first, pleasure second. To me, my business, my purpose, what I'm serving to the world always was first. And I know you didn't like that. You got me?
I didn't.
Because the thing is, most people, especially women, they want us to put the family first, right? But understand, without us taking care of our purpose and then reinvesting into the business and keep growing, opening more stores, doing everything that I was doing, I wouldn't be here right now in the level that I'm in. You got me? So you did go through, the trenches with me, low key. You got me? You did go through obstacles, challenges. You got me? But you didn't basically have faith to see a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. When did we meet?
We met in 2014.
How many years? So 10 years ago?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know because I don't even keep track on that.
Yes.
Okay,
And
where did we meet?
in Banana King. I was coming out of the gym in the nighttime. We were there with your employees in a business meeting, I think it was. You took them out to eat because you said you were always used to doing that, which I saw it was true because then I experienced it with you.
I took a few employees to eat, after obviously I collected the cash flow. You got me?
Right.
Obviously, you got to take people out to eat, especially after the other one generating the money for you, working hard for you.
Right.
While I work smart, they work what?
Hard.
It sounds messed up, but I always operated through unification, never implementation. Why work inside the business when I could hire somebody to work inside the business when I work on the business, if it makes sense?
Yeah.
And CMR Podcast Network is all about me bringing my stories, coaching people, mentoring people, right? Also bringing insights, business insights, but not just business insights, also personal insights, right? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right?
That's right.
I always have said that your personal life affects your business life, and your business life affects your personal life. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, Elizabeth. One of the keys to a man failing in life, low key, genuinely, I'm gonna tell you straight up,
I know.
is what?
The person he chooses as his partner.
Yes. Your significant other could either shape you, build you, or literally
Just
destroy you.
everything.
You got me? And I'm not saying that with you were a person that you basically brought me down, because I don't feel like nobody has brought me down. If I ever have done any mistake, any decision, has been because I wanted to. Because low key, you should know it. I'm very selfish.
Yes.
And I want you to tell the world, I'm very selfish.
But that was the reason why. Is you say I didn't walk by faith, but it wasn't that. It's just that I saw that you was a very selfish person.
Like, I take care of
So,
me first.
You see the way you talk, you always talk about, yo no cambio a nadie, yo lo cambio, qué sé yo qué. And that, I used to see that. I'm like, bro, I'm here working hard, and this guy's dreams, because I don't have any dreams, because you used to ask me all the time, like, okay, what are your goals? What are your dreams? And I never had nothing to say, because it's like, I never was taught to think about those things. I don't know. So I used to always just want to help you accomplish your dreams. So I used to be like, I'm going to help this dude accomplish his dreams. And then el día de mañana vaya y me bote. No. Yo
But
me
you
voy.
But you see, you used to look at life from a different perspective. You get me? You looked at it like, if you help the man that you had, accomplish whatever he had going on, you looked at it like, probably I was going to basically go with another woman.
But because that's what you used to say.
Words have power, and I admit it. That's true.
La boca habla de la abundancia del corazón.
That's true. That's true.
So,
you get me? Because the thing is, I have an issue. But you want to know something?
Yes.
I know the root to my issue. It's because of business. It's like an employee. And if an employee was not operating, I used to have HR, human resource, just replace the people.
Them, yes.
You remember I had just Stanley, getting people, right? Because I was not going to deal with the people. I was not a store manager.
Right.
You get me? That's why I had a team, right?
Yes.
And that's the point. I didn't want the headaches, the bullshit to get to me. So I used to filter that through assistants, through an executive team, Arnold, you got me, Stanley. I had apart from me having, managers in each store, each of my 5 cell phone stores, right? And you guys having employees under and technicians and this, that, we had also in each store, like the executive team, right? Helping overall in the whole organization.
Yes.
So I used to tell them straight up, if somebody was not operating, not doing their job, simple. Instead of changing the person, change them. It's easier to literally change them than literally to try to, tell a person over and over the same thing over and over. Because a mistake made once, it's a mistake. Made twice, to me, is a decision. 3 times, it's a disrespect, right? And there's people that they're very disrespectful.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that. We had people that they were working and they'll steal. And it's normally the closest people, because telling the world straight up, the people that have stole from me have been family members of mine. And have been people, the closest. So the enemy's close.
Oh, yeah.
You get me? I never call a stranger steal from me. That's why strangers have more respect than people close to me. You always seen that I value strangers more than people close. Right? Because if you know me, if you're around me,
support you more than your own people.
Strangers make you rich. Right? All the customers are normally Mexicans. You got me? Normally, even a lot of Dominicans, all different type of nationalities, blacks, Puerto Rican, all types of races. But the people that less know you support you more than the people that know you. The people that know you normally want to hurt you, right? Or they want to hurt your business because they have a hard time, understanding that you made it and they're still stuck in the rat race, in the matrix, right? Stuck still working for somebody else when you have people working for you, right? But making a long story short, you always had communication. But let me explain it. The talent of communication.
You think
but,
so?
Yes, but you didn't have it developed. You do have communication, but you didn't have it developed. And let me explain it.
Okay.
Right? There's 4 levels of value creation. Implementation. These are employees. These are people working hard, working inside the business. Right? Unification. These are team leaders, right? Managers, the bosses, the leaders, right? The people moving the people. The people, you got me, getting people together so they could accomplish a task, accomplish a goal, right? As a leader, I was always trying to put you in a position of leadership.
Yes.
But not just in leadership. As a leader that creates what? Leaders.
Right.
And creates leader. Remember? Because remember, you even were bringing people in. You had Melissa, your cousin.
Yeah.
Who else? You brought a few girls in to work. That were working in the organization. You got me?
I used to do the hiring.
You were one of them that used to do the recruiting.
I used to do most of the hiring.
But making a long story short, I always knew you had communication, right? Because I always saw myself, doing public speaking. Yeah. But I always saw that in you. Because the thing is, you're a woman of character. But your character was weaker before. You're building your character now. Yeah. You got me? Because I always say, what's the point of a woman being beautiful, having the body, but no brains, right? Or you don't remember me telling you those things?
Always.
Right? Always. I was like, Elizabeth, what book have you read? Read this book. Read that book. You get me? And you used to take it personal.
I really wish I would have listened to you.
Can you elaborate?
I would have been I feel like I would have been on another level. If I would have started the gym when you told me to start, if I would have started basically working on my mindset, on my emotions, because that's where I really had a lot of problems, on my emotions.
Can you tell the world how you basically been working on all those things?
Yes. So basically the first thing I had to do was make sure that I was connected with God. Like that I had a relationship with God. Like there was a point in my life that I hit rock bottom, and the only thing that I could think of, oh my God, quiero llorar. The only thing I could think of is like, I need God in my life right now. And the way that I was looking for him was like, yo tenía una sed de Dios. And then once I started reading the Bible and basically learning what God values, what he honors, what are his principles, his mandamiento. How do you say that in English?
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, right? My mind just started changing. Like, okay, so yo tengo que convertirme en la persona que Dios quiere que yo sea.
Translated.
Y convertir para mí significó darle la espalda al camino equivocado. Because I knew I was doing the wrong thing.
But translated to English, you know more English than me.
If I was feeling like that in that time, it's because I was not going down the right path. So I knew I needed a change in my life. And then, yeah, basically once I started seeking for God, I just started changing everything, all my habits, the way I thought, the way I acted, the way I treated people. Everything changed.
Do you admit that you had a little attitude problem?
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
You know, attitude's number one. And I have all my life telling you that, telling the world that, telling everybody that. Attitude to me is number one. And it's crazy, funny, how when you add up all the letters, attitude equals 100. And I understood that the attitude that a human brings to the world, remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner world.
Yes.
So every person I approach, I always approach them like this person, male or female, could become a customer, right or wrong?
Right.
Because I was literally operating through the imagination and communication. So as the main leader of the ship, captain of the whole organization, I needed to lead by example. Yeah. I can't be giving people attitude. So if I'm not giving people attitude, would I accept an attitude from people?
No, but you did give people attitude.
Nah, I told people.
I mean, not attitude, just cuando te quillaba, you didn't care.
Okay, say it to the world, say it.
No filter.
I've never had filter. I'll say it here. I don't fucking have filter.
You were like fearless. Like, you'll be like, this is what I said and what you're gonna do about it type of thing. You didn't even care if it was your employee, if it was the cops, nobody. Like,
okay, and I say it right here on this episode. You got me? Respect or fear none. You know, that's always been my attitude, but in a positive way. Because the thing is, I worked on my character since a little kid. I've learned in life that you could be a nice person, but you could also need to be a nice asshole.
Yeah.
Because you got me? My character, to me, is more important than my reputation. Because it don't matter how nice you are with a person. It don't matter how many things you do for people. There's still people that are going to talk shit.
That is
right?
Yes.
Notice how when we bought cars for the people, for the employees, right? How many of them turned to be fucked up? Yeah. You got me? So it doesn't matter how well you treat people, treat the managers, treat anybody. You got me? There's people, there's shit.
At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do.
Because they don't have their shit together.
That doesn't matter if that means running you over.
Well, that's what I said. So at the end of the day, to run an organization successfully, low-key, you need to have some type of dictatorship.
Yeah, you do.
And you know, when I walk into a room, meaning walked into one of the stores, people used to, you got me? Salute. And most of the employees, even there was people that didn't know me. Because at the end of the day,
you were always behind the scenes.
working.
We were the face of the business.
I was working behind the scene, right? And when a person tried to ask me a question, you got me? No, you got to ask your manager. Or you got to ask this person. Right. You got me? It's not that I didn't want to answer people. You got me? But why you here asking me, you got me, when I go to a store to do an audit or something, you got me, random, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to do random pop-ups. They used to hate those.
Like,
what is this man doing here? Because he used to be like, hey, ¿qué tú estás haciendo? Ponte a limpiar, ponte a esto. They used to hate that. I used to put people on check.
But that's the thing. That's why to run a successful organization, we need a bad cop. You get me? And remember, I even had Stanley as the general manager going to the stores, you know, to each store, working. It was like an hour something in each store. Yeah. Right?
He used to do
because my number one goal has always been to replace myself. So I could continue opening more opportunities for other people. Remember, when I started opening opportunities for even family members of yours, where we opened the call centers, right? Mm-hmm. And making a long story short, what else do you want to tell the world when it comes walking by faith and not by sight?
Walking by faith. Now, I want to tell the world that I don't know what you've been told about God, but it doesn't matter where you're from, what country you're from, what language you speak. I feel like we all have the same God. And for you not to believe that we have a God, to me, is insane. If you have that doubt, I'm pretty sure that if you ask him to increase your faith, he would. I just want to tell the world that you must have a connection with God, because like that, everything you do, it will come out at the end. It will become a good thing, you know. Like la cosa que Dios tiene para ti. Oh my God, in English. Whatever God has for you, first, He wants you to seek Him first, believe Him, because He wants you to become the person first. He wants to change you. To God, it matters more who you are and how you treat people than what you have. So I just want to let people know that.
For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase.
Yes.
Martin Luther King Jr. Now that I remember, Martin Luther King Jr., school number 6, I got kicked out of that school. That's elementary. I think it was like 2nd grade. I got kicked out because I did have anger issue. So I did took an anger management class. When they kicked me out of that school, that's when actually, when my mother came, I started also going to school number 11, if it makes sense. Yeah. School number 11. And making a long story short, I overcame my anger issue because I didn't give a fuck. I still don't give a fuck, and I'm saying this on video, right? Because the thing is, I respect all fear none. I was pretty much raised around Trinitario, DDP, Latin Kings, Crips, Bloods, Mala Salvatrucha, all these gangs. Never got in a gang. Was respected by all gang members, right? Because I used to play basketball in school number 11, right? But I'm going to say one thing. I always walk by faith, not by what I see, right? Just because a person, tells me something or does something, I always knew God has my back. Like, I was never afraid to fight anybody, right? You saw how I had issues even with family members of yours, right?
Yes.
Right? Even your stepfather, right? Yeah. Challenged his ass to fight. He challenged me because these guys start.
He didn't challenge you to fight.
He challenged me.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He was upstairs and he was like, "Oh." I'm like, "Calm down, motherfucker." You got me? But your cousin.
Él lo que está diciendo que for me not to go.
And your cousin, the same thing. You remember? Yeah, I paid for your flight so you could bring me computers, right? And you're here bringing your family other stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this girl doing? Right? And then your cousin wants to talk shit. Yeah, I had to fuck everybody up there.
You do recognize that you acted wrong there, though.
Listen, I say always one thing. I have an issue. I let people start, but I'm a finisher.
Right.
Right? That's my problem. You got me? That's why I keep myself around, with God, with myself. I'm a popular loner. You should know how I am. I like my space because I like thinking, what most people don't do for a living.
Oh, yeah,
most people like working. You get me? And when they're working, they hate their job. Right? They J.O.B., they're just over broke. And you've noticed, too, that even if you pay people good, because I'm not going to say excellent, because no job is going to pay you excellent, good enough for you not to get, good enough for you not to quit.
Right.
Did I say that good?
Yes.
Right? So even if you pay people good enough for them not to quit, they still, what? They could still turn on you.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
Because a lot of people, at the end of the day, they hate the fact that you're the leader, that you're the big boss, that you're the captain of the ship, that you're el mero mero, how Mexicans will say, if it makes sense. What else you want to tell the world, if it makes sense, when it comes to, faith? Let me just put some quotes out there. Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of this faith is to see what you believe. St. Augustine. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not think, not wonder, not imagine, not obsess. Just breathe and have faith that everything will work out for the best.
Exactly.
What else can you say?
Those who love God, like no matter what you're going through, know that it's all working for your blessing.
Well, God, there's 12 steps to riches. Money comes last in the list. Step number 1 to riches is positive mental attitude. This book recommendation, Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. Have you read that book?
Yes, I have.
Who recommended you that book?
Carlos.
Okay. Well, I recommend you to read it again.
All the books that I've read, you recommend.
Can you tell the world some of the books that you have read?
Okay, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, Inquebrantables by Daniel Javi. You read that one too.
I think you bought me that book.
Yeah, I did. The Power of Now. I have read so many books.
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the Devil.
Give your testimonial to the world. The minute you started reading, it expanded your mindset.
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits, because your habits determine your future, right? You are what you basically repeatedly do. So the minute you started, updating your mindset, you're 29. You're gonna be 30. In 1 month?
2 months.
We're in August. 3 months. In month 11, right? So you're gonna enter your 30.
I know.
Right? So hold up. I'm 5 years older than you.
30.
I'm 5 years older than you. 4 years something.
4.
Okay. How old is Cayleen?
She's about to be 9.
Wow, time flies.
I know.
Wow.
I cannot believe it.
It's crazy. Cayleen sent me a video yesterday, which I'm going to play it again.
It says, what makes you happy?
Nah, this video, it was funny. Because look what she said.
My mother raised me to be the kindest and sweetest person you'll ever meet. But if you mess with me, then I'll show you why I carry my father's last name.
She pretty much said, if you mess with me, I'll show you why I carry my father's last name. You got me? What can you say to the world about, our creation together? Cayleen. You got me? Because she's 8, about to be 9. October what?
Carlos.
Hey, I forgot I celebrate my birthday every day. So it's the same thing with my daughters, October 13th, right?
Yes. You see, you just got to think a little harder.
So
what can I say? I'm thankful I'm thankful that God gave me that daughter because she is a trip. She's so funny. Her attitude is you, though. Like her character. Her character is you, but she's funny like me.
What else? What else can you say about Cayleen?
Cayleen,
because I have something to say. Go.
She has a very strong character. Like sometimes even I like have a mental breakdown, and I really want to throw her on you, but tú te haces loco a veces. No, a veces no, siempre tú te haces loco.
Selfish.
But it's no problem. Yo te la voy a tirar algún día. I need you to discipline her because the mom is supposed to nurture, the man is supposed to discipline. Because if not, yo la veo haciéndome así en par de años. No, I'm gonna.
What else?
Cayleen is very loving. She's very dominant. She has a very strong character. I see her being a leader.
She's beyond a leader.
Yeah, when she grows up. That's why I really need to work hard and make sure that she gets homeschooled because I don't want the system teaching.
Do you see? Okay. I want her in public school.
You do?
I don't even want her in private school. I want her in public school. You know why? Because we want our daughter to basically associate herself with the real world. You got me? Believe it or not, the real world is what shapes you.
Right.
The education starts at home, right? But I'm going to tell you what's the best way how we could basically train our daughter. Told you this from day -0. It's by us leading by example.
Yes.
Right? The minute that we lead by example, we don't have to talk. Kids see what we do, not what we tell them to do, right? So one thing I've noticed with you is that you tell her what to do, right? And I tell you, don't tell her nothing. Right. Just let her see what you do, right? Because she's going to copy your habits. If you have bad eating habits, she's going to have bad eating habits. If you have bad sleeping habits, she's going to have bad sleeping habits. If you have a bad attitude, she's going to copy a bad attitude, if it makes sense. Right. So our kids see what we do, if it makes sense. Because around me, she has tried to, giving me that look, but she ends up laughing. Because I look at her like to the eye. You got me? And she knows what's up with me, right? I wouldn't touch my daughter physically, and I wouldn't even yell at her. You got me?
Yeah.
But I'm good maneuvering energy and maneuvering people's attitude, right? Because if you don't value my presence, you best believe, even if you're my daughter, you're going to value my absence, right? Because I'm not here to be, I'm not one of those fathers, and I'm saying this on video, to be accepting BS, not even from my daughters, right? Because the way I look at it, as a man, I need to be on my purpose, right?
Right.
When I say my purpose is to help people accomplish their dream. Because we're all here to serve. Business first, because business is spiritual, then pleasure. Our kids, family, to me, that's pleasure. You got me? So if I become, my best version as a man, our daughter is going to basically see what I do, right? And she's going to say, oh, I'm going to want a man like my father. You got me? Because I'm setting the standards.
Right.
You got me? Our daughters, I want to only teach them 3 things. How to be independent. I don't want our daughter to depend on me or to depend on you. That's why from day -0, let her do the stuff. You got me? Let her, from day 0, let her hold the milk.
Oh, no, Cayleen is very independent.
But
And I love that.
going back, the values and how to make decisions.
Yes.
Right? When she asks a question, you re-ask her the same question so she could answer her question.
Right.
Because answers come from within. We want her to understand that God is within her. And that inner voice, when it's positive, is God telling her. Because most people, especially kids, they have the answer. We're born by nature, with already programmed.
Right.
You got me? So, making a long story short, thank you for giving me, one of my biggest blessings, which is our daughter Cayleen, right? But my gift to you is, and to her, and to the world, is me becoming my best version as a man overall, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of fathers out there that, Father's Day, fuck Father's Day. Father's Day, people could shove those days up their ass. Straight up, right? To me, Father's Day, is meaningless. First of all, who made up Father's Day? The government?
It's a business.
I'm not going to celebrate Father's Day once a year.
Right. Father's Day is everything.
It's 24/7.
That's right.
Right? And it's the same thing with Mother's Day or birthday. Why would I celebrate my birthday once a year? You got me? How I look at life. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I look at life, which I respect how other people look at life. I'm not part of the matrix, the rat race, so I refuse to basically let the government or the world think for me, even how I celebrate Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthday, or celebrate anything in life, right? So one message I want to get across to you and to the world is that when you become your best version, you start thinking for yourself, right? Because now you'll be able to make better decisions for yourself. You're going to do what's best. So there is being selfish in a healthy way, right? And you have to be selfish in a healthy way, even as a mother. How can you be selfish in a healthy way as a mother? First of all, taking care of your body, working your physical pillar, right? Because at the end of the day, your body's your temple, right?
Yes.
It's a shame for a man or a woman to grow old without basically maximizing their potential physically, right? How you feel when you work out your body now?
Amazing.
Right?
I love.
It's just not feeling good and not looking good. Now health is wealth.
Yes.
Right? And we want our daughter to what? To take care of her physical pillar.
Yes.
Right? Right or wrong?
Right.
Why would we buy her clothes if she's basically getting her weight up? We want her in shape. Unless she's in her ideal weight, she's not getting no clothes. She's going to get clothes based on her ideal weight. Because the thing is, we go and reward her with what she wants when she haven't earned it. We want to make sure our daughter earns stuff, we don't want to give things to her, right? Because when we carry every drop of water, when it comes to the physical pillar, mental pillar, emotional pillar, the spiritual pillar, the financial pillar, we value things. Today, I'm in the position I'm in overall is because one thing I thank my mother, my father, is that they didn't hand me shit. Right. They didn't give me shit. And I've noticed that kids, when you basically hand them things, those are the worst.
They don't appreciate it.
They don't appreciate anything. Yeah. They don't value anything. They're not thankful for anything. They're not grateful for anything, right?
No, that's very true.
So walking by faith, not by sight. We want overall our daughter to walk by basically faith. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. Leaders become great not but because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. John Maxwell. He has over 80 books in leadership, right? So when a person wants to operate through the second highest form of value creation, you got to become a leader. We want our daughter to become a leader, but not just a simple leader. A leader that creates leaders, right? right?
Yes.
Instead of people working for her, we want people to work with her. You got me? Because that was always been my goal from day -0. That's why with employees, I don't want to deal with the employees. I don't understand that mindset. You got me?
Yeah.
Why would you want to exchange time for money when I could put you in a position of a manager? While I open more stores, you manage the store. You do an executive position, a managerial leadership type of position, right? Those are the type of people from day -0 that I like dealing with, right? I don't want to deal with the people working hard, right? To me, that doesn't make sense. In the house, I want a woman to go clean for us. That's how I look at the world. I don't need a woman to go cook for me. You get me? That's why we buy food, because we could use that time to make the company bigger.
Right.
Make the business bigger, right or wrong?
Yes.
Why would we want to do $10, $15 per hour type of task to save $2, $3?
Yep.
I don't want to save money. Fuck saving. Why would we save when we could borrow to invest? I'll borrow and hire people to fucking do the work.
I read a quote that said saving is a scam.
Saving, it is a scam. When you deposit the money to the bank, you deposit $1,000, $100. They lend that money out 12 times, 15 times. $100. They lend it out 12, 15 times. Right? That's why you gotta borrow.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Borrow to invest. OPM, other people's money. Now, Elizabeth, can you tell me the importance why walking by faith and not sight when it comes to basically having a mentor, coach, a person that been there, done that? You get me? Having that guidance, right? Getting yourself a coach, a trainer in the gym, right? Because when you start the gym, you might not have the results you want because you don't know how to work out, right? And you also don't have the psychology to know how to eat, the nutrition, because it's 80-20, right? That's why I have this book here. Everything in life is 80-20. 80% of the time, you got me? 80% when it comes to the physical pillar is nutrition. 20% is the physical.
Yes.
But the minute you go and put it in the work and you have that faith, you walk by faith, not by sight. Because if you look at yourself in the mirror every day, you're not going to see your results, right?
No, unless you look back to a picture and you'll be like, wow, I have really changed.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the issue that people normally have when it comes to the financial pillar. You get me? What you become is more important than what you get.
Yes.
Can you elaborate in these things?
But that's why the process is more important than the ending result.
The process, the journey is the most important thing. Yeah. So you got to follow a person, a coach, trainer, mentor, whatever you want to call it, right? You need to build your character. You mentioned the Bible. I'm also mention this book here, Business Secrets from the Bible. I recommended you that book.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
No, I downloaded it in Audible.
Okay.
I haven't heard it yet.
Okay, that book will change your whole life because that book is pretty much explaining to these church people that know everything. You get me? But where's the results? You get me? They think business is not spiritual. And if you open this book, you get me? To the table of content, secret number 5 of this book, making money is a spiritual activity. Secret number 4, the universe was created for connection. Secret number 3, humans alone possess the ability to transform themselves. Secret number 2, an infinite God created us in his image with infinite imagination, potential, creative power, and desires. Secret number 1, God wants each of us to be obsessively preoccupied with the needs and desires of his other children, right? So, in another word, there's a bunch of secrets in this book. There's literally 40 secrets, right? That if you read this book here, Business Secrets from the Bible, this book itself could change your whole life. But can you elaborate, Elizabeth, and tell the world, you went seeking God, going to churches, how also, I'm not going to say church is a scam, but also basically, because the thing is, the leader you follow determines your future. There's a lot of people following fake leaders, fake, what do they call? What do they call them?
The pastors?
Fake spiritual leaders, fake people in general. You get me? Can you tell the world your journey when it comes to the church? You know.
I mean, I don't want to call them fake.
I don't want to call them fake either, bro. I'm talking about when you follow a leader.
I don't think they're really aware. They lack knowledge.
They lack self-awareness?
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. I feel like they need to understand that they need to be more practical. Yeah, you definitely need to talk and pray to God, because praying is talking to God. I have a conversation with God every day, like, and everything I do, and every second. Yo estoy haciendo algo y yo hablando con Dios. Like it's you. Obviously, I know He's not gonna answer me like you, but He answers you through other ways. But I just feel like the problem with Christians is that they feel like they're just gonna solve their problems by kneeling down and crying and weeping, and that's not how it is. You gotta put in the action.
So you understand faith without works doesn't work?
Exactly.
Right? Because, okay, you say, hey, Carlos, we got to pray, but we got to meditate. Meditation is listening to God, right? When we pray, which I have 2 videos here when it comes to praying, that I want the world to listen to these videos. You get me? Of Dr. Miles Monroe. Give me a second.
How to Pray by Dr. Miles Monroe.
This is how I pray. I got this from the Bible. First, you start prayer with thanksgiving. You never go into the courtroom of God demanding things first. You thank Him for what He's already done. Are you with me? So I want you to start thanking God for the things that He's already done. Then the next step is you begin to declare His word. That's what He wants to hear. Then you express the promises that He made. That's your demands. And then you wait on Him. He always wants meditation, quietness. And then you speak in tongues. Let the Holy Ghost help you pray. That's what I do. It works every time. Thanksgiving, declaration, expression of promises, quietness, and tongues.
Do you agree with him?
What message you got from that?
That you must first thank God for everything. You must be grateful in every situation, any situation, good or bad. First, you gotta give thanks to the Creator for any situation you're in, because He is the Creator. Él es the Almighty God, soberano. And then you can ask Him, or not demand, but like ask Him for the things that you desire. And if it's His will, He'll give them to you.
I want to play another video when it comes to...
I feel like listening to God is very important, because we could go back to 2 years where I was just asking God for things, and He did answer me in a way that I feel like that has made me continue in the faith and not turn back. I always say, like, no matter what I'm going through in life, I'm always gonna act in a way that I honor God, because of that promise or whatever that he did to me, because He showed me that He's really real. But not just because of that, but I'm saying, like, I used to just ask Him, and I would never be thankful or be able to see, like, the blessings that I had in front of me. So, like, recently,
You were counting your problems instead of your counting your blessings.
Yeah.
Let me play this video, boy, by Myron Gold.
The reason broke people are broke is because they are their only income-producing asset. The reason rich people are rich is because we accumulate income-producing assets. In fact, Daniel Priestley, in his book, Key Person of Influence, he says income follows assets. So the more assets you have, the more income you have that can follow those assets. I discovered this principle. It's easier to make $1 million a month than it is to make $1 million a year. And I know that sounds crazy. I get it. It sounds crazy.
See, everybody wants to become rich. That's pretty much people's ultimate goal.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, money comes last in the list. The number 1 step to riches is positive mental attitude. The number 2 steps to riches, do you know it? Sound health. Number 3, harmony in human relations. Number 4, freedom from fear. Number 5, the capacity of applied faith. Notice there's 12 steps to riches, but number 12 is the last one. Money comes last in the list.
Right.
But our people don't understand that it's not what you get, it's what you become. Be, do, have. Be is necessary. Do is possible, because it's up to you. Faith without works doesn't work. So first, you got to have faith. You got to walk by faith, not by sight. Faith, the spiritual, is the number 1 pillar, right? Now, the mind, you got to nourish your mindset because your mindset is number one, right? Because your mind is going to be basically your determining factor, how you see the world, how you approach problems, situations, obstacles, because it's all labels. I've never had a problem because I always have a solution. Notice, even though those stories, I don't get stuck. Imagine me as a leader in the personal level or in the business level saying, oh, I'm stuck.
I've never seen you panic.
Fuck, I look like
And
panicking.
I really admire that from you.
You get me?
I don't know how you do it.
Simple.
Because yo cualquier cosa, I feel like my world
Respect,
is
don't
falling
fear
apart.
none. When you understand there's a God, y la verdad is always there, right? Who cares? Like, the world could go talking shit about me.
And
So
you
put it in perspective.
never care.
I've never gave a fuck.
Never.
You got me? Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. You got me? From day -0, I know the inner work I've done. Your inner work determines your self-worth. Once again, your inner work, the work you do within, determines your self-worth.
Yeah.
Right? So notice how that video I played of Myron Golden, pretty much, most people are broke because they don't understand that if you're exchanging your time for money, your time is a limited resource. We could get more money, but we cannot get more time. Why will you be selling your time in exchange for money? So in unification, you could buy people's time because we rich people, what we do? We leverage other people's time.
Yeah.
The minute I have 8 hours, but in those 8 hours, I say, how can I build a team? Because teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves more. And then I say, who, not how. Why would I say, how can I do this? Instead of I say, who already done this? Who likes doing this? Who loves to do this? So the questions you're not asking yourself is also limiting you in life, right? Mm-hmm. So business grows as you grow. But you want me to tell you something, Elizabeth? From day -0, I always knew I was the business. I'm not a businessman, I'm the business. But I always knew you're not a businesswoman. You're the business. Don't you think you got the beauty? You got green eyes,
course.
right?
Eso sí.
But beauty, what's the point of a woman having beauty, body, and no brain?
That's true.
Right? How you used to feel when I used to tell you that?
Bad. No, you used to tell me a lot of things that made me feel bad. But I like it because before, as I didn't know that, working on your mind, working like on your character, on your emotions, everything. I used to see myself like yo me veía fea. Like I used to feel ugly. You got me? Like my self-esteem was low. I didn't feel valuable. So I feel like once you start working on your mindset and in your you do your inner work, like you said, you start seeing yourself different. Like you start seeing yourself powerful. You start seeing yourself on a level that you probably never saw yourself before if you didn't work on yourself.
You started elevating yourself.
Yeah.
You got me? But you know why you started elevating yourself? Because you started separating yourself.
Yes.
You basically change your circle, change your circle of friends, your environment, all the people you have around, right? Because believe it or not, we humans, we need that time alone, because that's the time alone.
Definitely.
Is to basically to know thyself. You didn't know yourself.
I didn't.
You get me? And that's one thing why I tell you, Cayleen, we want her to have friends, yes, but we also want her to have that time to herself to do that inner work. So her self-worth could be up there, up the roof. Because she's confident. To me, it's not because she's our daughter, but I'm extremely blessed. Overall, not just with her, with my other daughters too.
Yes.
Overall, my 3 daughters, they're literally like the most confident girls overall.
And talented too.
You got me?
Yeah.
But, and I'm not selling it because at the end of the day, see, when she's gaining weight, I tell you, like, hey, I don't want no fat kids. You got me? Straight up.
Ay, Carlos.
Straight up, because at the end of the day, you're like, oh, don't say that, Carlos.
Yeah, because you're going to traumatize them.
But you see, that's how you look at the world. These are constructive criticism, right?
I don't know. I just feel like I understand what you mean. Like, habits is better to plant the seed desde chiquito, but I feel like maybe there's a different way to approach the matter.
You think?
Yes, not saying it like that. Que tú eres tan, like, so.
But you see, I don't tell her, I'll tell you that.
It's that you don't understand. Like, they're girls. Like, we're emotional.
Will you like
Girls
this
are very
man to be
emotional.
with your teenage daughter? Will you like this man to be with your teenage daughter? It says it right in the book. 80-20, sales and marketing, because business is two things, sales and marketing. All right, let me read this to just explain this. Fact. There's some people who, no matter how hard they try, they will not be able to make it in the hard realities that inevitably flow from the 80-20 principle. Fact. There's some people who, without seeming to even try at all, or try it all that hard, make more money than they can possibly spend. 80-20 sees this to see it. 80-20 sees to it that money keeps flowing their way. You cannot fix this problem from the outside because in the end, 80-20 still always wins. You can only fix it from the inside. All the problems a human have overall, it could be physically, could be mentally, it could be, what pillar is this one? Emotionally,
Emotions.
financially, spiritually. It starts from within.
Yes.
So
believe
your
in
enemy was never Carlos. Your enemy was always yourself.
That's true.
Now you understand your enemy was always yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
I do.
Right or wrong?
Yeah. It was like you said.
And your ego.
Having a fixed mindset.
Elizabeth,
Oh, super
her
orgullosa.
ego, oh my God. You got me? You remember your first Mercedes?
Yeah.
A Range Rover, how it crashed it?
Yeah.
Right?
Total loss.
Then the X6, you saw how you, brand new X6, how you gave it back to me after I don't know how many months, just because of your ego? Right?
Yeah.
You had,
But that's what I mean. Like, before, I didn't know how to manage my emotions.
your ego was too much.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
So we want our daughter not to have that ego.
I thought the solution to everything was just walk away.
I'm going to recommend the book, Ego's Not Your Amigo. Have you read that book?
Nope.
And I've told you to read that book.
Yes.
Ego's Not Your Amigo. Or The Alter Ego. You got me? These are books. We have to basically read books around these things that are basically affecting us.
Yeah.
Right? For example, if I love business, I have to read books around business. If I love, God, I want to read, the Bible, but I also want to read what the Bible has to say about business. If it makes sense. That's why I get books like Business Secrets from the Bible. You got me? The Power of Positive Thinking, things like that. Because the thing is, the positive mental attitude is number one.
Yeah.
You cannot walk by faith if you don't have a positive mental attitude. That's the number one step to riches. And those 12 steps to riches, they're from Think and Grow Rich. Money comes last in the list. So can you tell the world, were you chasing money?
Definitely. If you have ever been an employee, you're chasing money.
How many times from day -0 I've told you, from day -0, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, straight up, when you were with me, you straight up, how I see it, you were going up. Even though you were not looking at it like you were going up. Because you were basically going through, building your character. You were building yourself. You were becoming a leader. You were becoming a businesswoman. You were literally walking like a boss, Mercedes, brand new Mercedes, brand new X6. You got me, your confidence was a different level, if it makes sense, right? So people that you have around, there's people that, like myself, that I was giving you tough love, but you were not looking at it like tough love. What did Cayleen say that she even cried to you that you told me? That she wished daddy was like basically like your stepfather, like my stepfather?
Yeah, she wished that you were like her grandfathers. But in the sense as like that they play with her, they take her to the park, they take her to buy ice cream, they take her to eat, stuff like that. That's what she means. She wants you to spend time with her, not always like when you come around to just be like, hey, tú tienes que ir para el gimnasio, you gotta, what book have you read? And she don't like that. But maybe, that's what I'm saying, maybe you could take her out to eat ice cream and then be like, in reality, ice cream is not good
She
for
doesn't
you.
deserve ice cream. Because I don't deserve ice cream. You got me?
But you got what I mean.
But you know what I mean?
You gotta figure out a way.
She's like 8 pounds overweight right now. She sent me that video to motivate me. Daddy, I'm in the gym. 8-year-old working out.
But the seed is growing then.
So it's growing. You get me? But you saw on the video that she's like, I'm working out, but it's hard.
No, she was saying that the máquina was hard.
But it don't matter. If you do what's hard, your life is going to be easy. If you do what's easy, your life is going to be hard. Right? Yeah. To wrap this up in the next 3-4 minutes, less than 5 minutes, what else can you want to tell the world, your future self, Cayleen, you got me, overall?
Carlos. What do I want to tell?
Yes.
I just want to say, really, don't give up. Don't give up. Life is full of obstacles. Life is full of things that you don't want to happen. But I just want to tell you also that change is just a decision away. You could change your life. You could change your future, your present. The past is the past. Forget about the past. Forgive who you have to forgive. And let go what you have to let go. And just focus on the future. Focus on your connection with God, seeking God so that way he could give you purpose. And like that, you're not drifting like I did. And even when you have a purpose and a vision, things are still going to come, but always keep that faith. Always keep your faith.
One last thing before I forget. You told me that you forgave me almost a week ago. Even though our relationship always been positive, we keep it how we're basically talking right now. Right. You got me very respectful to each other,
yes,
right? Why did you tell me that you forgave me a week ago when everything has been, positive between us? What made you tell me that? You were holding a grudge, be honest?
I was. I just couldn't let go of who you were before and accept that people could change, because I changed too. So that means you were willing to change and grow. And you've been working on yourself this whole time. So obviously I would see those results from you. But I just couldn't accept the fact that you did. I'm like, I just couldn't let go of the past. And I feel like that was blocking me from fully forgiving you.
You think I hurt you?
You hurt me really bad. You traumatized me. Really bad.
I normally don't tell people the word sorry, but it was never my intention.
I apologize as well.
You get me? It was never my intention to put anybody through pain. Because at the end of the day, the pain I put people through is weakness leaving the body.
Yeah.
I saw weakness in you, and I wanted it to strengthen you. You got me?
You
overall,
did.
right? And the only way for me to be able to do it, I had to put you through basically mental pain, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
You got me? Put you through, so you could strengthen up and become, a woman where it leads by example. So Cayleen, because I always understood beauty was not going to basically, educate our daughter.
Right.
It was the brain.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
How I see life. Right? I've been blessed. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I don't have a relationship with the other mothers of my daughter, because the last one, obviously, she's into her feelings. She's probably in that grieving stage, still not having healed the fact that whatever happened, right? And then the first one, the same thing, if it makes sense. But I thank God and I thank you that you basically, didn't put you in the positions how my other mothers of my daughter where, I'm not gonna let him see her. Because you should know how I am.
I just always understood that I'm not hurting.
I'll say I'm gonna make another daughter.
I'm not hurting you doing that.
But you know my type of personality, even with my daughters.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you don't let me see my daughter? No problem. I'll make another one. You get me?
Yeah.
It's like the employees. Oh, no, you don't want to do the work? No problem. I'll replace you in 2 seconds.
But that's the wrong mentality. With employees,
in a way, yes.
But with your partner, never.
In a way, yes. But that type of mentality has gave me peace of mind. It has helped me have my shit together.
Right.
I always have my self-love, right? My happiness always controlled by me and God, right? My inner peace, independence, and time management. Because I'm always with whoever I want to be in whatever place I want to be at, whatever location. You get me?
Yes.
I always control my destiny because I design my life. I didn't put my life in another man, another woman's hand. You get me? And that's what I tell people. Not just you, our daughter, and the world. Design your life. Life by design. As a woman, you got to become your best version so you could fly like an eagle. So you could become an eagle. Because if you're a chicken, you're going to attract type of chicken, type of guys.
That's
But
true.
if you become an eagle, you're going to attract guys that fly.
That's true.
You get me? Guys that are cherry on top of your cake. Not the guy that you need, the guy that you want. Make sense or no?
Yes.
Lastly, I see you as a public speaker. I see you as a person, not just simply, telling your story. Because your mess is your message. And you're a messenger. And that's how you monetize. Right?
Lord
Make
willing.
sense?
Yes.
Read the book, World, The Definite Guide of Working Less and Making More. The 80-20, Sales and Marketing by Perry Marshall. And peep to page 119. Do you want to make $10 per hour or $100 or $1,000 or $10,000? And it gives you a breakdown, a chart, pretty much a chart of what a person, $10,000 per hour, what are the things that they normally do.
Okay.
But it also gives you a breakdown what $10 per hour type of mindsets people do, $100 per hour type of people do, $1,000 per hour type of people do. You get me? The $10,000 per hour tasks are the only things that you're supposed to be doing, if it makes sense, right? Page 119, 119. You get me? Some jobs are worth 1,000 times more than others. How are you spending your time, right? And to me, this journey that you're stepping into is gonna just not shape your mindset into you becoming the best version, because you thought you were becoming your best version. You're gonna become now your best version.
Lord willing.
You
I
don't.
believe
You haven't done the
I believe
1%,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Because you said you don't like the camera, but don't you think put her camera so she could see herself in the screen? Look at yourself in the camera. Put it in full screen. Her camera, right? Look at yourself in the camera. Do that to become a communicator,
Gracias.
right? Communication. But you also, if you basically, to wrap it up, I know I don't see you as a woman that has envy, but I want to put this video.
Una de las brujerías más fuertes que existe, si le podemos decir así, es la envidia. La envidia es tremenda y la envidia es una energía negativa, oscura, enviada como un pedradón a otra persona y hace daño, y mucho daño.
A lot of women see another woman and they start envying that woman
They see them
because
as
their beauty,
competition.
they look at them as competition. You remember in the cell phone stores how I had everything set up that even if another store needed something, I never looked at people as a competition, right?
right.
I looked at people as we could cooperate together,
Yes.
right? But people have never saw me as that they could cooperate with me. They always see me as a threat, as a competition, right? Because I have a domination type of personality.
You do.
And the same domination type of personality, it applies to my personal life, it applies to my business life, right? So, making a long story short, I see you as a woman empowering other women. Why? That's why I put that video. When I say empowering other women, helping other women accomplish their dreams, right? You basically using your communication skills in your podcast to unify those women, right? And instead of basically telling them to be dependent on a man, right? Because from day -0, I put you in a position to not even depend on me, right? I put you in a position where you have to be independent, right?
Yes.
I'll support you on your dreams, right? I'll give you anything you want, but for your business, for your dream. What business you want to open? What dream do you have? I'll support you all day. But I was not the type of man to pay for your hair, pay for your nails. You get me? You got earned, not given.
Never.
Right? Because a lot of guys, they see a beautiful woman and they want to buy them. I'm the type of guy, which you're one of my daughter's mother, right? So you could tell the world, the way I attract a woman, she look good, I look better type of shit. You got me? Straight up.
That's really his mentality.
You got me? A lot of you guys see a beautiful woman. Oh, no, yo no llego ahí. I don't get that. Not Carlos. She look good, I look better. Ella no llega aquí. I'm the catch. I'm the price. I'm the asset. You're the liability. You got me? But I turn liabilities into an asset. What I do, women, they got to work.
Yep.
And she's proof. She's living proof. Your green eyes do not pay the bills. Or do they pay the bills?
No.
Huh? Your beauty doesn't pay the bills.
No.
So, making a long story short, our daughter and the rest of the world, she's the perfect example of a person now. Because, you know, we could, at the end of the day, if you want to go fast, you could go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And from day -0, I always told you, you have my full support for me to support you on all your business endeavors. You got me? And guiding you, helping you grow. You got me? I want the best for you. And I always told you, it don't matter if you're not with me. You could be with any guy. I want the best for you. You got me? I wouldn't look at a guy that you're with as a threat, as a competition. Nah, fuck out of here. You got me? Like, I don't look at it like, you got me? The past is the past.
Right.
You got me? I want the best for all, not just her, but the other mothers of my daughters, right? I don't look at the world like, you know, like you taking something from me. I'm in a very abundant man. And if there's something that I'm always say, I'm going to keep growing. Because I'm going to make sure that even whenever she gets a man, whatever man, any of the goes around my daughter's mothers, I'm going to keep elevating that. They're going to be questioning that man. So that man got to be growing. You got me?
Right.
And that man got to literally be living his dream. Because I'm going to make him feel uncomfortable. Because I'm willing to outwork myself, Kaizen. I'm working like all the guys trying to take my place.
Okay.
I'm not competing with you guys. I'm just playing. God bless everyone. I'm here to, you know, help everybody grow. Because I don't envy people. Do you think I got a dot of envy?
No.
Straight up, say it on me.
You wouldn't be pushing people to be the best version of yourself or to accomplish their dreams if you did.
World, my message is the following. En la unión está la fuerza. You have two people that have matured. You got me? The mother of my daughter, hey? We just here want to bring value to the world. Help people accomplish their dream.
Impact.
Hey? Impact.
Yes.
Right? Impact over income.
Yes.
Our pivot is to help people accomplish their dream. That's how we impact. Because that's how the income comes. Money is a byproduct of value creation. And that's how we get our fulfillment. Yep. Right? So, what else to wrap it up? A minute.
I read something that goes with what you said. It said that this is why I'm even here. Because honestly, I was in fear mode, but I'm facing my fears. Like I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. But it said, make yourself valuable and then people will pay for you. And I was like, okay, so how do I do that? It's by gaining skills, gaining knowledge that people
your abilities.
Need. Yep. And I want to thank you for having me here.
No problem. Subscribe to the channel, comment. You can write positive comment, negative comments. They're all welcome. Yeah, I would never delete a negative comment. You could do anything that pleases you. You got me? This is where being on growth mode, we don't take things personal.
That's right.
And we understand that people still got to do their inner work. So their self-worth. A person doing good like myself, excellent like myself, because I don't do good. Good is average. A person that does excelentemente doesn't look at people as a threat. Because we don't see people like we envy them.
No.
En la unión está la fuerza. One love, es mentira. Hablamos.